shout oh. Everyday palava. Now it's in the album we dey talk about. I can shout oh.
Hello my people, una welcome to another episode of I Can Shout. I thank una well all of una wey dey follow us. I dey happy well, God go bless una. Today matter we want talk be say people wey get children or the ones who never get children. We know say to raise them sometimes na God na dey help. If na boy, you go dey fear say make this boy no go enter road or make e no dey for outside or make e no join gang or make e no turn am robber or make e no turn thief o. If na woman, you go dey fear make e no get belle o, make e no turn ashawo o, make e no do this, make e no do that. But I dey always dey tell people sometimes say na God na dey help us with these children, no be say na our power. But e get some kind things wey go happen wey we go come sit down think say God, I go wrong, abi na wetin happen. Like the topic wey we wan talk today. If your small pikin, to me pikin na pikin, I no care if you don even grow. Say maybe na 13 years or even between maybe 13, 15, then come tell you say in the person wey dey follow places so he don dey
chop Adam's apple.
Jesus say he don dey sleep with am, he don dey have sex, he don dey nyash the boy, the nyash the girl or the girl dey nyash am. Wetin you want to do na the thing we want talk. How you as papa or mama, how you go take handle this matter? I get my brother here, Austin Eboka.
Na do well o.
Austin na my co-host today. Now we go follow take talk this matter. How we go do for us parents wey get children? Some of us, our children don't grow, but the ones wey the thing don't happen to, Abeg, we like make una go even comment, tell us how una take handle the matter. Especially these days where school they teach children say they get rights.
For this country now.
For America, even now for even Nigeria self, everybody don't they even they want they do like abroad.
Nigeria own a copy. They don't know their.
Not true. Yes, not
they're
true.
confused.
Exactly. But we go come back. Make we come talk this matter today. Hey guys, have you ever been around people speaking Pidgin English and you're so lost, don't understand what they're saying? Well, I have the book for you. Learn Pidgin. That's what you need to have. If you're traveling to Nigeria, if you have friends that are Nigerians, if you hear people speaking Pidgin or you're always around them, you're married to a Nigerian, your parents are Nigerian, you're going there for business or for pleasure or vacation, this is what you need. This is the must-have book. It's Learn Pidgin, written by me. Go out there, get your copy in all the different outlets that you will see and find on the screen right now. All right, buy the book, Learn Pidgin. My people, we don't come back. Okay, now I want to ask Austin, if you be say your pikin, even if na boy or na girl, because the two of them na the same kind of mistake they feel make.
In fact, na girl dey more sensitive pass.
Why na girl dey more sensitive pass? Why?
Because for the most part, the boy go out go dey do. No be say they right. Boys go out go dey explore themselves. You know, but now how you raise them, we go let them know which way go. You get what I'm saying? You know, but if your pikin girl come meet you, tell you say somebody done the knacker, you dey crazy.
But you see, then because you be man.
Now the thing when I send you to go do for school be that.
No, but now because you be man, right? Now make you they feel like that because men they protect their daughters. So now to you, if your boy come tell you now say, Dad, I like this girl.
Oh no, I don't get encourage them. I no go encourage them. I mean, you go let them know waiting day up. Say, if you go do the person get belle, na problem for you.
Na lifetime.
You go break them down to them. You know what I'm saying?
For the two.
For the two of them, it just dey worse for women own. Because number one, it go put the girl life on hold.
Yes.
The boy go continue with him life.
Yes.
If na school they go or whatever. It don't happen to somebody where I know.
Not true.
With the belly we can't get, it can't be twins.
Double blessing.
Yeah, double blessing. So double wahala for everybody. You know.
Wow.
Now with their house now,
Ah.
they struggle with raising twins. They look for how you go complete GED.
Hey, Jesus.
I mean, make you no get me wrong. Things they happen, especially in this day and age. We be say internet, television,
Yes,
especially in this country,
yes.
where then they promote all sorts of things.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong, nothing they wrong to make you get sex education with your children. Let them
Perfect.
understand waiting day, the
You just-
consequences.
Bam.
You know?
Just talk am.
So if you come now, come they tell you, especially for this place where we did, he go they tell you like say, now you're right, saying they old enough to. If you they old enough to they do, you go they old enough to rent your own house.
Yeah, but you see, this thing where you just talk so, I remember say, when my children, I get my daughter and my son, one day my daughter come ask me, say, if in get belle come house,
And how you go take it?
how I go take do? Now I say which belle? If you see as I say belle where how? Bow say wetin happen?
How you go happen
He
now?
go say okay.
Now immaculate conception.
No wait now. He come tell me say if na him brother uncle say he get belle.
It is different.
Now tell am say if your brother give get belle, I think na another person daughter na give belle. He say yes.
No be my
I say
daughter.
hey, so that girl go dey in mama
Mama
house.
house.
Im mama go dey look am. Everything abi. When children dey make, we go dey look the children too. But don't be my responsibility to come have to deal with you at that age.
You know, but the most
You
important
know?
thing actually, like when I talked before, nobody say anything they wrong, say make kids understand all these things. But when they reach say, before you even and most times when they cause them now because say we know they properly educate them.
Okay,
when
but
it
at-
comes to that.
Okay, when you say educate them, at what age you think say make papa and mama start to dey talk?
Maybe
to
from,
their children.
maybe from 15, 16.
Now they go start to dey talk about sex to their children.
No, because anything they don't the high school now.
They want to take.
No, well, I mean,
Eh?
if it,
No.
I just they talk, you know.
No, the minute where you as papa and mama, they see your pikin. You dey see
Don't
am
they-
every day, they bath, they dress, the way they look himself, the way he go down there. You go don't know when girl don't they notice him body. You go don't know when boy too don't they notice their hormones don't they run crazy.
Yeah.
These days, before maybe girls, before they go see period, now maybe that kind 14, 15, 13. Now girls, maybe not the food where they chop. 10 years, 11, 12, some don't they see period.
Wow.
Yes. From that time, now you're supposed to don't they talk to your children, because I tell you, when they gather with their friends for school, they discuss the thing.
What did they talk about? Of course, now. Of course.
Once that they see period like that, their hormone, their body don't they totori them, their hormone don't they kick in. Now then, now you're supposed to don't they tell them off. Sometimes, you know, say, if na pikin self, you go born the pikin, we go carry am, we go keep am, we go support. If na AIDS, say you go carry HIV. That one na lifetime too. Say, you go don't get
with all the different diseases.
all those diseases exactly.
They roam around. They look for where they go pet.
Some of those disease, they destroy the person will be saying no go comfy born
Exactly.
again.
Yes.
Then another one. Like for men, the time when my son they grow up, the one thing where I say drawing here, if I not be one, and the two now I draw. Tell am say, you know guys, you go take reach sex na 2 minutes if you put person for trouble.
For lifetime.
Especially this country where we dey. The person fit tell you now say, he not tell you say he wan have sex o.
Is there really the ideal age where they fit start to explore all these things?
Like for me, as say I be mama too, I be woman. Like I been dey always dey tell my pikin, say abeg, you wey be girl, hold yourself till as you go fit take hold yourself. Because the first boy wey go come, no be him be say na you go marry, no be him say all of them go wan try, especially if you be fine girl. You know, so you better say by the time the pikin go don reach like 18, he go don get small sense to know the kind man wey he like.
That's true.
Or the kind thing wey he wan do. Rather than say everybody will just come. He will just tell you how you find, how you do this.
Oh,
you
yeah.
just fall.
Just
for
go
am.
there. You two go they collect water here, collect water there, collect
Na
water
dey
there.
collect water.
Not true now, because at the end of the day, now you we go suffer am. Because it could be like everybody could just they pass through you to go to their destination.
Yeah.
So now true talk where you talk, make when you don't reach certain area, you don't get small sense. You go feel they able to know waiting the purpose of this person for my life.
Yeah.
And you know me say because they will now start like that, so serious, say it go end up in marriage, but at least it go give you idea of who the person be, the kind of person where you go want.
Yes.
So that in future when people they come, you go know how to eliminate.
So they know where to cut and come out.
Exactly.
But my people will go come back. Make we see wetin this outside people where they wait us. Make we see wetin they want tell us. We will come back.
I can shout oh, every day palaver. Now what's in the album we dey talk about. I can shout
As you can see me like this, so now me you don't see finish. I be common man. Any day inside the street, they also like this.
So come on, man, with the ask, as papa where you be, so you get children.
I get children, oh.
Your pikin will never reach any age, less than 13. Sometimes you say, baba, like this, so I don't get babe, I don't get bobo, and we don't dey fuck. How you go take the matter?
Yeah, go na abomination. You go park, go the person parents' house. Because who that they feed? If you go buy dog, that means the food where they won't get them, that means you not go belleful now. When you never belleful, they won't go buy dog, they train for the same house when you and the papa dey. So all the things when they try to talk so, you go hold your pikin well. You go teach am that good way. Anytime you come for school, you go always dey pet am. Who offend you? Who do this? Mostly your girl pikin. Because na girl pikin dey first dey poporipo. But when you don't get breast, if you say the word, anything you even the parents dey tell am, you not go agree. Because some kind small boys when not reach out all they confuse am. So that kind of reason, the papa and the mama go dey train their or the caution that they are get pikin. Because boy pikin na they be last to spoil for house.
In the first place, I no go dey happy with the child because I know say it dey endanger his or her life in the first place. Then for things to change for where that child dey, I go sit am down, talk sense into him mind to know the punishment wey dey inside if he dey indulge himself inside all those kind things wey he never know the idea of that thing. I go need to talk many things, give am example the problem wey he go encounter tomorrow if he dey do all those kind things. Na those things I go need to tell am so that maybe he never know, he learn am from friends from outside. So me as a mother, I go need to sit am down, talk sense inside am so that he go know wetin he wan face tomorrow.
I'll beat am. I'll give a thoroughly beating. Not be saying another thing. I will give a thoroughly before I make that sense. If I just hear that kind of thing, I will slap her direct. And I cannot even if my daughter can never even refuse to take me at all because either you leave my house or you do another way. If the father is a wayward person, that kind of level, the child will follow the rescue of the father. But the father is a calm somebody that is God-fearing. You will never even try it. Beating no go be change jam. I will beat her, but I will sit him down one day, give her the toilet advice. Wetin dey involved in the issue of those things and the danger involved.
Hey, Chineke, I go handle the matter. I go kill am now. You no go even try talk that kind of thing give me for my ear. I no wan hear am at all. Wetin be say pikin wey never reach 13, even 13 sef. I no go let am do that kind. You no go even try tell me sef. Because na African woman I be, I go kill am. I go cut her head, give her for hand, make it hold her for hand. I go give her woto. Huh? Which right? For which person hand that one dey happen? The one come tell me saying get right at the age of 13 to do nonsense for my own house. No, you no go work. You no go work. If it is to work at all for my own house.
No wahala now. This way my pikin get their mind. Things are dey fall. Well,
I will deal with her.
Whether for your girl or no.
Either boy or girl, I will deal with her. And secondly, before pikin go tell me say God in the fall for outside. So say the family itself don't get error. If the family don't get error, that kind of pikin go look for face. Tell say papa oh, I don't dey mind for outside oh. So the pikin me I no go blame am. I go blame the parent too. Because parents no get chance for their pikin. As they no get chance, our pikin go misbehave anyhow. For example, parents go wake up in the morning, go work, first after themselves, then after the children. If you come back from school, nobody to talk to, nobody to advise he or she. He live with friends. So those friends lead he or she to that situation. So I go blame the pikin himself. I said I go blame myself, blame my wife, because there's no time for the children to chat and sit down together and discuss like one family. So that kind of pikin, in fact, those friends, they even lead to those things, me and them will get serious problem, oh. You get serious problem. And so it be my brother.
Well, if head wey don break, get as to take the patch am. As if say don do the thing, because all these things wey dem dey watch now, e dey make dem dey know small bad thing. And the education now, let's say the children now dem don become computer brain. Wetin we go do? I go dey patch am. I go make am dey close to me. I no go dey allow am dey go dey play with children as dem dey go dey play. Because at that point dem dey learn all this bad thing. Me as a mother go dey control myself. Maybe it's not for my side though. Because sometimes if mama dey sleep, pikin go put one eye open. You go think say pikin don sleep. No, all this bad pikin, I no dey sleep oh. So I go dey control myself too. Because when they where the pikin from spoil, maybe na my hand, maybe na outside, maybe na bad film, we no know. So now that as I tell you say I go don break, na pass with the passion. I go dey handle am with care. Na my pikin I no go throw away am.
I no go kill am. To give them advice on the way to live. So as you carry fork, they start. If you end up with fork, you don't achieve anything for life. But if you concentrate on our books, on our studies, forget zero the fork for our mind, you will achieve something in life. Because I don't go 15 now, it's already break the bed.
In that case, I go call the child. Because something go lead the child to do that thing. Maybe you see some of his mates when they do am. Then you call the child. Then you scold the child. You can even flog the child to know that he don't do bad things. Then you as the mother should look to your own foundation, whether your foundation clear, whether you fear God. Because if you fear God, you go bring your child up in the ways of God. Because when you bring your child in the ways of God, the way you take train and now you go take go. So by the time the child they come out for the way of God, then you begin to find where that thing enter into that pikin. Then with prayer, then take the child to the hospital. If I thought she don't already dey involved to the hospital, then other things, maybe with prayer, like as I don't talk before. I don't even know what it is. God will change the child. They get right to do it. They not get right. When a child supposed to get day free as from 18 years. But as small pikin like that say he get right, he never get any right. He cannot take, if he take any decision for herself. If you take any decision, because they still they're young, they fit take decision when it will affect their future. So the parents they there to guide them. The parents, especially mothers, to guide, to teach them, to put them in the straight way. As I said, say the mother, they do that kind of thing. Then the child will feel follow.
I can shout, oh,